Hello and welcome to another episode of the State of SRE. During this episode, we're going to be going over an event that happened during the month of October called Hacktober. Now, some of you may be familiar with this event. It's an annual event hosted by DigitalOcean that is meant to encourage people of the community to submit patches and code to open source projects. Now, if you submit 4 PRs during the month of October that get merged, you will receive a free t-shirt, courtesy of our friends at DigitalOcean. So let's get right into it. So the first step of opening a pull request is choosing a repository to contribute to. And in this video, we're going to be going over a pull request that I submitted to the Helm chart repository, which is a collection of Kubernetes files that are used to deploy Helm packages into kube clusters. And specifically, the part of that project that I'm contributing to is the Prometheus Percona exporter, which is a metrics exporter for MongoDB. And so this is something I use at work, and I made a few minor tweaks to the Helm chart when I was setting it up, so I figured, might as well package that as a commit and submit it back to the community. And so you can kind of see me going through the initial steps here of updating some of the source code. And in order to do that, you need to create a fork of the repository. And now what a fork is a copy of the source code in your own personal repository. And so that allows you to make edits that are not going to affect anything upstream. It allows you to do testing, and you can just iterate quickly on your own kind of space. And now, once you've made all these changes, you're going to commit them, and then you're going to submit a pull request using your fork as the base and the target as the master or whichever target branch you want in the upstream repository. So here you can kind of see me going through, reading the documentation for Percona, making sure that I have the correct arguments because I don't want to commit something that is going to be like an invalid flag or something. And then also version bumping the Docker image tag to the latest one that's released at this time, which was 0.10. One other important thing about creating pull requests is that if you have a fork of the repository and you kind of keep it around for a long time, you're going to want to sync your fork to the upstream repository, and you'll see me do that later. And what that does is it allows you to pull commits from upstream into your personal fork. And now this is useful for a couple of reasons, but probably the most important is that by doing a routine pull, you'll make sure that you're keeping up to date with the latest, and you're going to prevent drift. So if you have drift in your fork, it's likely that you're going to have some sort of merge conflict when you're submitting your pull requests. And that's just going to add some friction to the whole review process, and we don't want that. Now here's probably one of the more important parts of the video, which is the commit message. Now I use a commit message formatter called commit_zen, which is the command you saw me ran, CZ. That's an alias for commit_zen. And it kind of gives me this nice flow of dialog boxes and kind of steps me through some common questions that I can respond to, and it's going to format the commit message very nicely based on how I answer those questions. One of my personal favorite prompts of that commit message formatter is the issue number. So it could be an internal issue tracking number, or it could be the issue number, if there is one, in GitHub. So just a really nice tool. I recommend you check it out. It's called Git commit_zen. And there you have it. The pull request is up for review. And you can kind of see the final steps are making sure all the tests pass, making sure I've checked all the appropriate boxes on my end so that I am all good for submitting this pull request. Now at this point I think I'm okay to have it be reviewed by someone, so I'm going to assign it to the owner using the /assign command. And that's it. Thanks for watching.